YouTube, what is up? Welcome back to the freaking channel. Oh. So let's try that again here. Apparently the door's locked. We've got some issues. So we're having some car problems. We leave for Crown Rally 1 week. We had some issues. So a couple weeks ago, we were driving in the car. It was raining. We hydroplaned. Water came up over the top of the car. Water was splashed from the cars on the other side. We couldn't go into the other lane. It was a kind of a disaster. I didn't think anything of it. Car started like misfiring. So drove it in, check engine light came on. We drove it into our neighborhood, got it in the garage. Car, I'm sure a sensor got wet. So fast forward, we let the car dry out, and now we are in the process of figuring out exactly what is going on with the car. I'm hoping that it's just sensor related. Maybe it's a mass airflow. I don't know what it is, but the check engine light and the sputtering has not gone away. I don't want to drive it. Obviously, if it's misfiring, there's something going on. So we're going to throw it in the trailer. We're going to get the car looked at, and we're going to see what happens. If you go back and you watch any of my videos from rallying, you will know this is kind of how rallying works for us. Something always comes up when we're getting ready to take the car on a trip. So.
Trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put up a fight. And now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish there's something I could say. It'll be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Listen to me as I slow it down. Dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Slow it down. Dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it.
Check engine light's blinking, meaning that's a misfire. So I will log it and see what I find. I'll let you know. Just calling to follow up on the Huracan. So like you saw the blinking check engine light, that is a misfire. Cylinder number 4 has a misfire, so I swapped plugs and coils around, and the cylinder stayed the same. So it tells me it wasn't the coil packs, wasn't the plugs. So we did some compression testing, and unfortunately that cylinder has 0 compression. So sorry man, I don't know what to tell you. We would have to take the motor out to address, at a bare minimum, take the heads off, or take at least that head off, and then we can tell what's going on. But as far as this point, I don't know what to tell you, but I definitely am sure there's no compression in that cylinder. 3 and 5 have 145, 150. 2 and 1 are fine. The other bank's fine. Everything else is checking out. But yeah, we got one dead cylinder on number 4. So that's what I got. Give me a shout back when you get a chance. We'll go from there, bud. Appreciate you. Thank you.
We're back home, and we're gonna actually unload it tonight, but I'm not, because I need to figure out where we're heading next with the car. So we have there's kind of a lot of ideas rolling around in my head. There's kind of there's some uncertainty, there's some worry, as everybody knows. Like, things are kind of crazy right now. I've got a lot of things just sitting, not being used. We've listed some stuff for sale. I was not expecting to, first of all, to not have a car for the rally in a couple of days. Second of all, I was not expecting to need to possibly put a motor in my Huracan.
They warranty it at 1,000 horse. And if we do ARP main studs, I think then they warranty them to 1,200. And those are cheap. They're like $300. So this has got CP pistons, mainly H-beam rods, a Cali's crank, and then King bearings, built short block. So they'll warranty this thing too. It's on sale right now, a little bit off, so it's like $6,500.
Nice.
And then we can either go with some badass heads, like some, monsters or something for like $3,000, or we can find like a stock casting that's maybe ported and save some money there.
Or like if we can get up in that 850 horse and like have it to where it's like a reliable go beat on it in that 800, 850 range, I would be super happy.
Yep, I think that's definitely doable. You know, we're gonna need intake manifolds. We're gonna have to build a turbo kit for this thing. We're not gonna be, you know, buying an off the shelf LS swapped Huracan turbo kit. But
we have the rally in just a couple days, and we have no car for the rally. So we did get about the worst news you can get when you're dealing with cars, especially exotic cars, where the engines are very expensive. We had some stuff go down with the car, and it looks like we have zero compression in cylinder 4. So the car either needs a motor, needs a valve, needs head work. If it did drop a valve, I guess that would be best case scenario. You're still talking $12,000, $15,000. If it needs a motor, you're talking upwards of $40,000. So we're in kind of a situation. We've been working pretty hard. We've got a lot of stuff going on that's costs a lot of money. Everything we do costs a lot of money. So we have to figure out a rally solution. We have to figure out a car to drive. I don't know if we go finance something and then hope. I don't know. I don't know what happens now. It's a huge bummer. It sucks. This is definitely the worst news I've ever had with a car, only because of the expense of what an engine could potentially cost in the car. That's where the car sits. This is awful, and I don't know what that means as far as time frame. I don't know. We've got some ideas. We need to dig into it deeper, but what I didn't want to do is run up a massive bill just in diagnosis alone, and then find out that, like, oh, the whole motor's bad, but we're now $4,000 into it. We're about $1,000 already into just diagnosing this, and that's getting a pretty good deal from people that have
I'm going to sit there and off the road.